人民跟佛国，中央人民政府今天成立了。
但是你们能不能？
刚才也问我啊，我可以回半点去无可奉告，我也不高兴。
哎，什么叫中国共产党啊？党叫干啥就干啥。
黑夜即将到来，一定要做好准备。
但是。
干死共产党！不干死共产党，绝不罢休！
消灭中共是正义的需要。
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our Exposing the CCP show, and hope everybody had a wonderful holiday breaks and Happy New Year. So today we'll have two guests today, Chris and also Laura. So welcome to the show, and could you introduce yourself briefly?
Hi, everyone. My name is Chris. I'm from the Taiwan Himalaya farm, and I'm very happy to be on this show today. Thank you.
Right. Thank you. Chris, Happy New Year. And also Laura.
Hi, you guys. Hi, Z. Hi, Chris. Nice to meet you here in 2025. Happy New Year. I'm Laura. I'm from German, from DC Liberty Farm. Very nice to meet you here. Back to Z. Thank you.
Wow. Okay. All right. So it's an exciting new year, 2025, but a lot of things is going to happen. Something good, something bad. There are a lot of challenges and also opportunities. Today, our topic is about economy. So we have probably, some people probably have known that the CCP has been colluding with Wall Street big companies for the last few decades. And it's not only stealing just Americans' money in general, but also including other Western countries, Europe, Japan, Korea, Taiwan, and many other places. Under this economy, divestment around international investment is pretty common. And because of the emerging marketing, the communist China for the last few decades, investment in China has becoming very popular and also quite lucrative. And however, we're in a different year now with the CCP's a lot of internal struggles and also the Xi's health issues and geographic conflict all around the world, especially around Taiwan Strait, and it may be completely different. So we're going to provide some perspectives about why the CCP want to steal your money and how they did it. So first, let's watch a brief video, and we're going to discuss about the dilemma right now. Anna, could you please play the video?
A staggering $100 billion. managed by the world's leading private equity firms, is now ensnared, trapped in communist China. Right, the Financial Times reveals that firms like Blackstone, the KKR, the TPG, Warburg Pincus, and Carlyle are unable to exit their decade-long investments, in China due to the Chinese Communist Party's ever-increasing control over business. Not to mention that the pension funds, the insurance funds, and other capital they manage have effectively been taken hostage by the Chinese Communist Party. Our Mr. Mao Guo, the founder of the NFSC, the new Federal State of China, has been tirelessly warning that the CCP is using China's market to lure global investors into its stay-back Ponzi schemes, only to exploit these investments to further its global ambitions and to evade accountability, for its crimes against humanity.
Yeah, I think more and more big investment companies are facing the issue is when they try to withdraw their money, their investment money in Communist China. Can they do that? So let's first ask Chris about these questions. What do you think of this current situation, economically or internationally with Communist China?
Sure. So I think that's what CCP has been doing since the 2008. So after the 2008 financial meltdown, investors worldwide were eagerly seeking new profit opportunities. Many Chinese companies took advantage of reverse mergers to quickly go public on the US stock market, exploiting regulatory gaps in the US and investors' appetite for high returns. Some of these Chinese companies inflated their earnings and falsified financial statements, thereby drawing in funds from Wall Street. So we can see that Chinese Communist Party have been doing this for a long time. And I think the current situation now is that since the American has been awakened now, so we have to focus on how to get the money back. But right now we know the situation is that the Chinese Communist Party will try their best to lock these monies in China. But I think I think that President Trump will have a plan to deal with the Chinese Communist Party and take back the wealth that is stolen from the USA and then also from the rest of the world. So I think that we have to focus on dealing with these issues and get all of our money back. And then by getting all of our money back, it will accelerate the collapse of CCP. That's how I think. Thank you.
Yeah, that's definitely very important. Everyone, including everybody, hopefully our audiences, especially people living in America, that's your money, right? You have, my school has exposed that years ago, and I think U.S. has about $7 trillion investment total in China, in Communist China, and a lot of these are from investment, 401k, pension funds, and other investment opportunities. But how to get this money back? That's a big question. So I heard there some law is to investigate how to decouple from the China investment and these things. But let's get back to the first question. Is some people still in the Western world, some of my friends, they naively believe that they can easily exit Chinese market, but they didn't understand that the Communist China is not a free market like the Western world. It's not like if you want to withdraw it, you can exit immediately. So there's some weird thing going on in Communist China, and then Laura and I, we both live in Communist China for a long time. So what do you think of the Chinese economy system? If the Western world wants to take their money back, will Xi Jinping or the Chinese Communist Party easily allow them to do that? What's your opinion on it, Laura?
Okay, very great question. for your question, I would say, of course, we all know the Chinese regime, CCP, is a regime for dictatorship, is a dictator. So they won't, I would say, in this country, all rules is play like this. They have no rules. They have no any bottom line. It's just cheated for. They can give you all your promise as 2001 China took part in the free trade in 2001, and as my recalling, the foreign minister said, Zhu Rongji, he said, promise them everything, and just for the entrance ticket, anything else we go and see. That's all the strategy. So today, it's kind of result for decades, 30 years ago, and now we see all the damage, the result. For this question, Chinese regime, Chinese Communist Party regime, that's illegal. That's a illegal regime. They just cheat for the Western world, cheat for the Chinese people, just want to took part in the whole world to not earn money, just stolen money from everywhere. So for your question, I would say the Western world think it's too simple. Just like Mr. Miles Gore said, you are too high, and the Chinese Communist Party, they are too low. What they do for the Western world, for the Chinese regime, they are not in the same level. They not do the same thing. For the Western world, all the entrepreneur, big company, or the government, they think business is business. But for this Chinese Communist Party regime, business is never not so simple just for business, or is related to politics, I would say. They have their purpose. They do this. They do this kind of things is for their purpose, step by step. They know for the Western world, they just from the beginning to get the whole power in 1949, and the Chairman Mao said we should always take care of what the USA. They are our enemy. They know this on their bottom of their heart. They just take USA as their enemy all the time, but they don't talk directly. They are very smoothly in this way. So everyone know, especially for the Chinese Communist Party regime, they know money or business or finance is all the backbone for any government. So they take USA as their enemy. They want to get the money or finance all the time in their hands. That's their purpose all the time for decades, just as Chris said. So in this level, in this aspect, the information is not, the purpose is not the same purpose. The Western world think, okay, we cooperate with each other. We do business. It's good for you. It's good for us. China has so big market. Why not let them get wealth? And then maybe they will change their political system. That's a kind of naive, I would say. That's another topic. We won't talk about this today. That's why the Western world is so it's nearly to fail. It's nearly to fail all the fight. That's why they just do this naturally. They do the business, just like I said. the business is never business for the Chinese Communist Party regime. They do this for their purpose. They want to control. If they want to control the whole world, the whole country, they must have money. They must have the enemy's money, as the saying of Chinese Communist Party. They want to control all the finance, all the aspect from USA pension. That's a very important. It's, I would say, they fight to the corner. I would say, if the U.S. people don't realize that, it's not just business. It's something about live or die. Then everyone will wake up and fight for their life. That's my opinion. Back to Z. Thank you. Chris.
Thank you very much, Laura, for introducing. Yeah, especially I realized that because especially the pension fund or retirement fund in America is kind of weird, because a lot of people just put their money in their bank account or associated with the investment banks. They just take it for granted. Because they were promised when they opening the account, they were promised a certain percentage of money gain every year. Therefore, they took it for granted that these companies are taking good care of their money. However, normally that's the case, but since they're interacting with the evil Chinese Communist Party, and a lot of people didn't realize that how this works. Back to the foundation days of the early days of the Communist China in 1950s and 60s, and the CCP just didn't care about the private properties. To them, all the whole nations belong to the party, or essentially a small group of the senior leaders of the Central Committee. They own the world. This is why Mao's called them kleptocrats. Basically, they stole the wealth of the Communist China. They take advantage that they confiscate all the private properties from each individual families and hardworking people. And now they're figure out, oh wow, they have the eager to conquer the world. Therefore, they're looking at your money in your pocket. They want to take that money from you and telling you that, oh, they promise if you invest these money in China, when our economy grow, we're going to give you 10%, 20%, whatever percentage of money back every year. However, if the situation get deteriorated and they may not keep their promise, because the Chinese Communist Party doesn't care about their promise or whatever, or the contract or anything. If they want to confiscate all the U.S. pension funds and any other kind of investment money, they can do that for either military reasons or any other political reasons. So that's very dangerous. And especially right now, there's a kind of breaking news in Communist China right now is the wealth of the dictator Xi's health is also getting down. So he's feeling sick recently. So let's watch a video from Ava from New Federal State of China, and we're going to discuss about kind of weird political or even a palatial tension in China right now. Anna, could you please play the video? From Ava.
We opened only the second day of the new year. We're already seeing things that's very concerning. Just last week, we already broke the story of Xi's health. And this dictator knows his time is ticking out. And in the desperate moment, and the vulnerability shows, as you mentioned, the economy, the situation, the people's livelihood, and also the pushback, the resistance, and the awakening of the Lao Baixing, pushing back, challenge and demand a political and economic completely showdown. So this is a moment that we could possibly see desperate measures. And from the New Year speech, you heard he's emphasized on Macau and Hong Kong. They're going to continue control and tightening the grip on these two autonomous regions. And of course, CCP is only capable of lying, but also mentioned about Taiwan. And he said anyone preventing the reunification of the two sides of the strait will face the consequences. So that's a threatening world. But what more important, Steve, is today, January 2nd, there's something happening in Beijing. If you look at the top diplomat, Wang Yi, the foreign minister of the CCP, basically just deliver a speech at the inauguration ceremony at at what's called Research Center for Community of Shared Future or Destiny for Mankind. So does that ring a bell? You should, because if we take you back to just a few years ago during the U.S.-China trade talk in 2019 June, Wang Yi threatened United States, as he said, don't push too hard, okay? If you apply too much pressure, the CCP going to open what's called Pandora's box. And guess what? Several months later, COVID-19 pandemic emerged. Okay, does that sound familiar? And in 2020, early February, Miles School reviewed when you're entering the Wuhan Virology of Institute, there are words engraved on the wall, the entryway, and it says, when you enter this gate, you about to open the Pandora box. So what does that mean? If I can take you back to just 2 years ago, actually almost 3, we're coming to the 3rd anniversary of the invasion, Russian invasion of Ukraine. I can take you back to 2022 January, after the Winter Olympic, Putin and Xi announced no limit partnership. And on 2020, 4 days before Russia sent troops to Ukraine, Miles School did a live broadcast, and he unpacked what does no limit partnerships look like, and he reviewed the secret conversation between Xi and Putin, and they already planned all out. And Ben Berkron and Warren Posse, and you are absolutely right. The war with the United States, the CCP waged the war against the Western world, United States, started many years ago. Officially started in 2019, but in 2022, they escalated by invading Ukraine. They were plotting at the same time invading Ukraine and invading Taiwan at the same time. They planned, first of all, cyber attack. Okay, so if United States come back with sanctions on the CCP, they will do cyber attack. Look at what's happening right now. Okay, in the United States, you can connect with what the warnings that Miles School delivered 2 years ago. Second, economic meltdown. What the market you mentioned, if you look at all the market, if you look at the bond, stock exchange and foreign exchange market in China, it's a total meltdown. And they know, Xi Jinping knew what would happen, because they're going to give the biggest gift to the new president, the president-elect. When he arrives at the high noon on January 20th, he's going to be busy. Okay, they already planned it out. Economic financial market meltdown. Look at last few days, from digital currency, okay, to your stock exchange, to every market you can touch your finger on. Look at what the response. They already planned. The world will going down chaos wherever you look at it. Okay, not just the border, but Xi Jinping has planned. If economic meltdown happens, wait a second. If United States gonna fight back, what's next? They already planned it out. They planned on what? A show of nuclear weapon, just to show you, just to kind of performative, threatening the world, divided you, because they know within your democracy, within your Congress, Capitol Hill, there's a two divided concept in terms of how they're going to handle the situation. But after that, if that's not working, what they're going to do is release what they've done in 2019, which is bioweapon. Never in history of mankind, there's such an effective weapon that can cause so much damage. Not only destroy your economy, but also taking away millions of lives around the globe. And then if that doesn't work, they still have more.
I think Eva did an excellent job in concentrating what Miles School has been telling the world during the last 7-8 years of whistleblowing. Is the CCP's evil plan to conquer the world. You know, if they want to become the leader of the world, to overthrow the U.S. from, you know, the leading position, what's their plan to do? But today we're not going to focus on too much complicated, and let's talk just only on the economy. But you know, it's all related. It's all the CCP's plan. You know, 13579 or any kinds of plan to take down the Western world. So I know, Chris, you're from Taiwan. You know, you have been protesting or trying to sending out the messages of from our school about the danger of the CCP that could potentially invade Taiwan anytime this year or anytime. What's your opinion on the influence of the Xi Jinping's health on the world political or geopolitical situation? Are you concerned right now? That he may start the war anytime soon.
Okay, I'm kind of concerned, but I'm not really worried about it because I think the Xi Jinping has already lost his best time to go to attack Taiwan. I think the best time for Xi to attack Taiwan was when the Russia invaded Ukraine. If at that time Xi Jinping invaded Taiwan, I think he will have a great chance to take down Taiwan. But this timing has been passed. So, because after the fight back of the Ukraine and also the sacrifice of the Ukrainian people really saved Taiwan. So right now, I think the tide has been turned. Like people don't believe in America, people don't believe in the vaccines, and people know who started this biochemical weapon war. So right now, also in Taiwan, people are more prepared. And people in Taiwan is not afraid of the fight anymore. People in Taiwan believe that we can defend the first island chain. Yeah, and then because the first island chain is like Japan, Taiwan, and Philippines. If we work together and with America, we can definitely lock CCP at the first island chain. So she's plan, I think, has been totally failed. If he really decide to attack Taiwan for now, I think that's a good thing because it will lead to the collapse of the CCP. So for now, we are all waiting and we're fully prepared for Xi to do that. And we believe that this time, justice will prevail. So for now, I'm not really that worried about it. Yeah.
Okay, that's glad personally not worried, and we hope that Taiwan is going to have peace forever. What we're talking about is possibilities. The Xi Jinping has so many options to destroy the world. What kind of action he's going to take, that's uncertain. But he has the plan or possibilities to do anything. So let me ask Laura again. If something happens, like the AVA warned to the world, if the CCP is going to using their economic tactics to sorry, excuse me, to causing a turmoil in the global economic market or any investment market, what do you think that will means to every one of us or the ordinary people living in the world?
That's also very sensitive question. For me, my opinion is a kind of pessimistic because everything has what they are prepared for decades. They're gonna cost to a result, and if already the Western world, including German, US, the important country in this world, has already cooperated with CCP, Chinese Communist Party, for decades. So for until now, in year 2025, and I can realize the kind of economic chaos would come. Everyone should prepare for it, for your thought, for your material preparation, for everyone, a natural person, individual, we just try to ignore or try to reject the economic chaos or kind of those pandemic would happen. And then in reality, this kind of things would happen because they do the things, no matter you are in the justice, on the side of justice or on the side of darkness. All over the world, the globalist, very evil globalists, they worked for decades. So as a whistleblower movement member, I would say face the reality. That's at first the important things we would do. Don't live in your imagination will let us lost the time to do some good preparation or miss the good time to fight back. Just as Chris said, I kind of agree with Chris. If we know on the darkness, on the bright side, the Western world, US or German or all the Western world, they kind of wake up. Especially good is the USA. They wake up, I would say, almost completely, but not quite. We're so eager to pray, please go faster. Please do something. They, just like a Chinese Communist Party regime, they prepare this all respect. They know if they realize what was happened, what has been happened until today, it's a kind of late. Just as Mr. MariaDirector warning them in year 2017, the darkness will come, and at that time, including me, I don't know what just he talked about, but now today I gradually understood, step by step, pretty much a lot of things Mr. MariaDirector told us, what that means to everyone. So the economic, from my opinion, into the 8 years in 2025, the whistleblower movement is already in the eight years. So I would say face the reality and do all the preparation, just like all the G series doing. So prepare for some cash, for food, for medicine. That's all the things we should do. And we want to give this information to the world. It's not just exaggerate to tell everyone what's going to happen. If we don't give us release or warning, so the damage will huge. That's my opinion. Want to express. Back to Z.
Thank you, Laura, for your some suggestions to personal investment. But it's a case to case, so I recommend each audiences review your own financial situation, make the right decision for you and your family. It's pretty tough. It's pretty tough. I think everybody have experienced some recessions before, but this one, as MariaDirector has warned, it can be unprecedented. Just think about if the CCP were to confiscate the $7 trillion investment in China, which means the US will lose that much money. And what's going to happen to the whole economy? $7 trillion is gone. And that's a very serious situation. Therefore, from personal, everybody need to prepare for the potential recession, maybe later this year or next year. But in the national scale, they need to think about how to suppress the CCP's attacks on the Western world. What each individual should do. We know that there's some like Senator John Molinaro, and also the Marco Rubio have trying to enact some act to stop the investment in communist China and try to decouple from them. I think that's very necessary, and everyone should writing letters to their representatives and senators to support that and expedite it. And what else can they do, or should they do this immediately? Chris, what's your opinion? Do you think they have done enough, or is this the right approach in your opinion?
Excuse me, could you repeat your question again?
Oh, what should they do to take the money back from communist China? What should they do to deter, the CCP or Xi Jinping?
Okay, so
like decoupling.
Okay. So I think what we need to do is that I think all the country in the world need to focus on making laws to pull out the investment from China, and then so this way it will accelerate the collapse of CCP. And because that CCP without money, they cannot do anything. Even a kinetic war, they will need a financial support to do that. But without money, they will be really weak to do the attacks. Even if they attack the free world will be able to fight back. That's one of the way. And also, I think another way is that because CCP has been done really bad stuff to the world. For example, releasing the virus, and they did espionage in all of the world. So we need to freeze the CCP's overseas assets. I think that's also one of the ways that will scare CCP, and it will weaken them. And then moreover, I think the free world need to be united. We need to get together and be more to be harder on the CCP, because CCP they are just like mafias. With mafias, you cannot talk things out with them. You need to just show them that the free world has a bigger fist, and we are not afraid of them. So that's how I think. Thank you.
Yeah, it's very important. So as Miles has warned the world, you got to decouple from the communist China immediately. Stop providing more funding, because this money will in turn be used by the Chinese Communist Party to infiltrate into the U.S. political, commercial world, try to spy everything, steal your technologies, and eventually hurt the American people's life, potentially. And that's very important. So, Laura, do you think the world has awakened enough to realize the danger of the CCP and how they infiltrate all this field? Some people are worried about that. Oh, if we decouple from the China, which is the second largest economy, maybe the largest one, depending on the definition from the GDP, they're concerned that their economy is going to collapse. They're going to be dragged into recession immediately, and every people worried about that. But still, it's a dilemma, right? If they try to pull their money out of China, there are going to be some penalties. If they don't do that, eventually the collapse of the Chinese regime or economy will also causing a recession. Hard to pick, isn't it, Laura?
That's very great and interesting question. Of course, if you cooperate with the Chinese Communist Party, this regime, for deep and for quite a long time, so you want to decouple it, of course you'll get painful. That's naturally. But the things is, the bad things come along, and the rules is we should choose the better one. Now it's the situation like this. So for Chinese Communist Party regime, they do everything. They just want the justice power, or the Western world. They want your life. And the Western world is just so naive to do the business or keep balance. I want to express the TikTok case, for example. So the Chinese Communist Party used the TikTok to attack, to collect everyone individual private data to analyze your behavior. and to do the reaction strategy to attack USA, to attack German. So that's for Chinese Communist Party, what they do, they're just a kind of weapon. They're not just business. So just like Z asked me, would it better? I think any time to wake up is better than sleep away. So sleep away to death, isn't it? Just like Mr. Miles Gore said, decouple with technology, decouple with the financial aspect with Chinese Communist Party. Of course, you got pain. Maybe you're paying you pay for your arm or you lost your leg, but it's better than you lost your life. That's the reality. We should think about it. It's the time point we have to choose. Don't just let it be and let the time going. It cannot be good. Fight back. That's the time coming, the time point coming. That's my opinion. So I also agree with Chris. Freeze the Chinese Communist Party regime, their asset or the asset in Western world. That's kind of payoff for anyone suffered from this pandemic, COVID-19. They released this CCP virus or COVID-19 virus. After then, they persuade everyone to take this death for vaccination. I would say all the doctors or the science, they are so polite to CCP regime. Just like Chris said, they are hooligan, they're illegal, they're genocide regime. We don't need to polite to them. We should finish them. We should let it finish forever. Go to hell forever. Why not talk so much? That's why all the doctors or scientists said, the COVID vaccine, there is a side effect. Would it have positive effect? It's a weapon to kill us. It's a biochemical weapon to kill everyone. They have no any positive effect until today. All the information or the ingredients, what something teeny tiny or ingredients in this vaccine released all the time, the information. It has AIDS virus there. How could you imagine that? That's not, stop to naive, stop to sleep away, stop to ignore, face the reality, fight. We have no choice. We have no place to explain. In this world, no matter Chris in Taiwan or I escape from mainland China, I have no place to escape. That's why I choose to fight back. If I don't fight back, I would be tortured by the Chinese Communist Party because they are here. They are not very far from here, just in Beijing or in mainland China. They're everywhere. So that's why. And for my, if allow me to wish in year 2025, I suggest the good solution: break the firewall. Let 1 billion Chinese people fight with us. The weakening people join us, join to this whistleblower movement. Maybe it's just a fight back movement. That's our duty, that's our responsibility to take down the CCP. We Chinese people must do this. Don't blame someone else. Don't took our burden to anyone else, to USA, to someone else. That's our burden. We have to do this. We must do this. And I wish we would win. Back to Z.
Well, I like your passion, Laura. It's a very good call to the people of the world, and I like an analogy from Miles Go a long time ago. The CCP is kind of like a paper tiger. They try to intimidate people around the world. If you dare to do this to me, and all of your economy is gonna collapse, or we're gonna start the wall to invade Taiwan. People just fear scared, but they're actually paper tiger. They don't have neither the capability or even the courage to do that, but they're just their tactics. And also appreciate what Chris mentioned earlier. He's not scared. He's not too worried. He's a little concerned because he worried about safety of some people, some of their friends in Taiwan. But he's not scared. This is the courage we appreciate and really like to tell the world. The world doesn't need communism. We need to get rid of them. There might be some sunk cost associated with eliminating the CCP, but sometimes we just have to pay for that. Otherwise, we're gonna be dragged into a deeper hell by the CCP. So we only have a few more minutes. I would like to give it back to Chris because his courage and he's living in Taiwan. It's a 2025, our first show, but there are more and more we're going to do in this year. What's your wishes for the audiences? Even to Xi Jinping, what are you going to say?
Well,
to conclude.
Well, okay. I will say something first, and then I will tell you my wish and what I want. What happened to Xi Jinping? So the CCP has not only stolen Americans' wealth, health is also a form of wealth. And through the Wuhan People Lab, as well as Pfizer, in which CCP members have invested, they have completely robbed Americans of their health-related wealth. PAG has stolen Americans' retirement fund, and it will become the biggest scandal between China and the United States. Americans and the world need to understand that in communist China, no business can grow large without the CCP's permission. Moreover, these Chinese companies all belong to the military industrial complex. For example, Huawei is controlled by the Chinese Communist Party. To weaken the USA and to take down the whole world, CCP will be willing to do anything to achieve their goal. So not only the USA need to be awakened, but the world need to follow up. The world need to be awakened too, to join this fight, to take down the CCP, so we can be saved. So my wish for 2025 is that I wish everyone to be happy, to live happily, and then to have a healthy body, and take down the CCP so we can be truly free. Yeah. And what I really want from Xi Jinping, I think Xi Jinping should be sent to the Nuremberg trial, and it's better without him in this world. Yeah. Thank you.
Absolutely. So I think he will be sentenced for sure once they're taken down. So let's figure out a way first to take them down, and everything would happen. Laura, so
yeah,
conclude today's show, please. Yeah.
Okay, my wish. I would. For my opinion, I don't think she gonna change their mind, but I want to express. He should also face reality. The military, lots of people don't agree with him. Also, don't stay with him. Nobody want to risk their life and to do something so bad, and has no way to go for himself, for his family. So think about it before do something dangerous. Also, my wish is, if that could be happen, maybe Elon Musk are gonna do something, break down the firewall. That's very important. Just like our show or Mr. Miles Gore mentioned, the media is the is a great weapon. It's a very important weapon. If the firewall could be broken, so maybe it's I think it must be easier or simple or save lots of life for the world don't suffer from a big damage. That's my wish in year 2025. Back to Z.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a bumpy ride year, considering all of the tensions around the world. But I still have a big hope that, you know, the world is always going, according to the history, it's always going up and down, according to the history, right? So economy will goes up, will rise and drop and decline, but eventually we're going to come back. So the number one thing is we definitely cannot allow the communism to take over the world. That's an extremely dangerous situation, which means nobody will be living in liberty anymore. We no longer live in a free world. We're all living in the totalitarian regime under the communism ideologies. We don't have freedom. We have no freedom of religion, freedom of life, freedom of anything. Everybody will living a life like described in 1981. Everybody will live in fear. So that's the most concerned part for me. But I think, as everybody said, you know, people are awakening. We just need people to wake up faster and more people to join us to tell the world the dangers of the CCP. And everyone has said it right. You know, so if we decouple economically, politically from communist China, if we can take down the great firewall, so let the Chinese people, more Chinese people know the truth, and if we can confiscate all the CCP's money in the Western world, all their properties, you know, it's another help. So I think we still have a very hopeful year in 2025. So please stay tuned. Our next episode will continue to expose more truth about the CCP, and hopefully very soon, you know, we're going to eliminate the CCP from the world and in 2025. So wish everybody have a healthy and a prosperous 2025, and we look forward to seeing you next time in the next episode. So thank you very much, Chris and Laura, for joining us in the New Year episode, and see you next time. Bye.
See you.
See you. Bye.
Take down the CCP, take down the CCP, take down the CCP, 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 take down the 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 CCP, 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 take down the CCP, take down the CCP, take down the CCP.
Take down the CCP, take down the CCP. Follow me and I'ma set us free. Take down the CCP. Let me tell you what I've been through, baby. Lived a life that was hella unfair. Seen things that been driving me crazy. In a country where the leaders don't care. Didn't think we had the courage to change it. Tore it down and they weren't prepared. Everything that they kept us from saying, now we talking and they better be scared. Take from us. Tell us what and who to love. Swear I finally had enough. It's time to rise above. Take down the CCP. Take down the CCP. Follow me and I'ma set us free. Take down the CCP. I said, hey, down the CCP. Take down the CCP. Communism's dead to me because it killed our families.
Communism sucks, hard for me to give a fuck. I had to tell them and they try to keep it on the hush. Middle finger up, turn into a fist. They wanna keep the poor so they never rich. If you wanna see the future, look into the past. Been a century of silence, we gon' take it back. I'm just stating facts, tell you how it is. Ain't no way to change shit if we don't resist.
Take from us. Tell us what and who to love. Swear I finally had enough. It's time to rise above. Take down the CCP. Take down the CCP. Follow me and I'ma set us free. Take down the CCP. I said, take down the CCP. Take down the CCP. Communism's dead to me because it killed our families.
这是你我维护正义的
护正义的必须。Take down CCP.
Take down the CCP. Take down the CCP. Follow me and I'ma set us free.